We are in a bit of a pickle. It looks like candy.
What does it?
It looks, guys, look at this. Oh my gosh. What the heck?
In the wild.
What the heck? Alright guys, okay, we're going down. Adventure. We're on our way to the figure 8 pools. I got my war paint on. Adventure is out there. I don't know if it's you guys, but whenever I walk around or I'm like hiking, I have the Mission Impossible soundtrack like playing in my head. So it's like dun 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 dun. It's a jelly. It's a jellyfish. Look what we've got. It's not a blue bottle, right? It's a clear one. Oh my gosh. You think it stings? Should I touch it? I'm scared. I'm not gonna touch the jellyfish. I'm trying to make more cautious decisions.
Oh my god.
And I see my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Back to the comments. And honestly, after today, I did not think I'd be saying that. So, a group of us decided that today we were going to go to the figure 8 pools, which is like this coastal rock tide pool that's in the shape of figure 8, as the name implies. So we leave home at around 8ish. It's around 2.5 hours by public transportation. So we all hop on the train. You know, we're talking on the train, having a great combo. Missed the first stop. Like, fine, okay. We missed the first stop. You know, at this point in the trip, morale's still high. We're all like, okay. So we get off at the next station, and then we backtrack. Hopped on the wrong train back. Because on the way back, you know, we're tracking, okay, we got to get out this stop. Everyone has their maps up at this point because it's like, okay, we got to focus a little more. Everyone has their maps up and we just see the dot just keep going farther and farther away. Taking our ass to Wally Creek. Wally Creek. Now, let me tell you something. At this point, we've gone a net, like, I don't even know, something kilometers, but probably backtracked from our original location. So we're in the negatives. We're not even close to where we need to be at this point. We backtracked. But you know, we can get this mission back on track. And we do. We hop on the next train, connect to a bus, and then Uber over to the trailhead where you hike to these pools. And it's a beautiful coastal hike through the Royal National Park. We are walking along the path, right? Walking along the path. Obstacle number 1. We see these people stopped. And it's not like, you know how some people stop to take a breather? You know, it's like, okay. They're like, We're all like, what's going on? I heard the word snake. Snake. And we look, and there's Biggie. There's this big guy. Like, he's just like slowly meandering over the walking path. So we're like, whew. And you know what? I know, the other people in my group are going to watch this vlog. And you know what? They were rattled after that. That would have been a good joke if it was a rattlesnake. It wasn't, though. But they were rattled because then, we kept hiking. Snake passed. Move along. Got to keep going. We keep hiking, and we're going to, kind of farther away from the coast. So we end up going into this jungle. And at this point, there's like leaves here and there, and you're like, ducking around. You look at the ground, and the ground it's covered with leaves, but it's these intertwining roots. Any of those could have been a snake. No clue. Like, if the snake even had a decent sense of camouflage, I mean, for me, I didn't have my glasses on this hike, so I couldn't see. So the snake could have got me. Hell, I could have stepped on it for all I know. But the group was a little bit like, okay, we got to kind of like figure this out. So we had some pep in our step as we were going through this jungle trail. But then at a certain point, we realized we were going way far into the bushland and needed to turn back. So we do. We eventually get back on track, but this added like an extra 40 minutes to the ETA. We get to the rock pools. They're amazing. Spend a little time there, do some swimming, not really swimming, cannonballs. And then we head back up to the trailhead. So we get back up to the trailhead where the parking lot is and everything. Back, not fully back to civilization, but there's people, there's cars parked, etc. I pull up the Uber, because obviously we Uber to this trailhead. Presume we're going to Uber back. That's really the only way. So I pull up the Uber, order the Uber, and I'm looking, waiting on driver. And after around 10 minutes, Uber failed. I get an email. Your Uber has failed to connect you with a driver. And that's not what you want to hear. So I say, okay, there's this other rideshare app. Now, Australians, correct me if I'm wrong, it's DIDI. I've been saying Diddy. I just wouldn't. I've had enough. So I'm going to say did I. So hop on this other app, did I try to order an Uber there, or rideshare there? Nothing. Location out of reach. Drivers unavailable. And these are not the messages you want to hear at 3 p.m. when it's 2 hours till sunset, and the walk to the bus station that we need to be at is 3 hours away. So we decided to start walking there. And we start walking, basically walking on the side of the highway. Walking turns into a bit of a trot. Not necessarily a run, but we're trying to get there. And there's not a lot of space between us and the highway, right? So cars are flying by. We get around 2 hours in, and at this point, things are getting a little iffy because it's getting dark. We don't know where we're going. And it's like crunch time. And at this point, we're trying to pull the whole hitchhike move. So we got our thumbs out. I don't even know if these were the right signals. We're like waving, but apparently the cars were waving back. But we weren't waving like, "Hey, what's up?" Chilling from the side of the freeway. No, it was like an SOS type wave. Apparently, that was not registered with any of these drivers. And then this one gets on my nerves. One driver's coming down, speedy as well, speedy. Yeah, turn the pace down, man. But he's coming down, and he says, "Get off the side of the road, you fucking dumbasses." Thanks. Super helpful and productive thing to say, especially when you don't want to be on the side of the road, and this is essentially your only option because no Uber will pick you up, and no hitchhiker will get you. Like, at least if you're gonna say stuff like that, pick us up. Yeah, you can call me a dumbass all you want, but if you pick me up and take me to my destination, fine. So we keep trekking along. And finally, Irene. Irene, you're not gonna see this video, because why would you? But I just want to say you're a legend, and you saved us. You saved us. You and Jimbo the Jeep saved our lives. Irene pulls up, and you don't know how excited we were to get into her Jeep. She had this giant like dog cage in the back. We were all like, let's go in the cage. We didn't even care. We were just trying to get in this car. But she was nice enough to put the cage down, put it on the roof of the car so that we can all fit comfortably in. And Irene, thank you for that. So Irene takes us to the bus station. We all connect on Facebook. You know, we realize we're going to a surf camp in a few weeks. That is, you know, right where she lives. So we're gonna all meet up again, I think. Anyway, she was very friendly. So we get to the bus station. We bus on back all the way to downtown Sydney, whatnot. And we make it to KFC. I've never even been to KFC before. Didn't love it. Probably not my jam. Wouldn't go back. But let me tell you, I walked in there and I had the mentality of, sir, give me all those chickens. Give me all of them. I was so starving. Because all I brought on this hike was a capsule of Tylenol, my room card, and that's it, and a swimming suit. That's literally it. So I want to do a quick reflection. Reflection number 1, come more prepared for hikes. And this is a common theme. I am always like chronically unprepared. I just like I come with the mindset, and that makes me feel like I'm prepared because I have so much enthusiasm. But that's not the same thing as being prepared. You need handy things. Like a phone charger would have been nice. Thank God my phone didn't die on the journey back, and I was able to tap on and tap off all of the buses. But it was a close one, and thank God I was able to pay for my KFC. But when it's all said and done, adventure is adventure, and sometimes these things happen. Getting lost can be a really exciting thing. I would say in the beginning, it was fun. We were like, yeah, we're lost. We're on the side of the road. But at a certain point, the survival instincts kick in, and you realize we gotta get our shit together. And shout out to around 100 of those cars that went down the Royal National Park Road and just kept going. And a special shout out to those that waved at us. We were not waving at you to be friendly. Let's clear the record. Let's get that straight. And a real shout out to my girl Irene for saving us from being stranded in Royal National Park. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's a fun one. It's been a crazy day. And I'll see you in the next one.